In the heart of a quaint little town surrounded by rolling hills and ancient oak trees, there was a secret that only a few people knew. Hidden behind a thick wall of ivy and thorny bushes lay an enchanted garden, known only to those who believed in the magic of the world. This was no ordinary garden. It was a place where wishes came true, where dreams blossomed as beautifully as the flowers that filled its vibrant beds. The garden had existed for centuries, but it remained hidden from the eyes of the world. Some said it was protected by a spell, others believed it was the garden itself that chose who could enter. The legend of the Wishing Garden had been passed down through generations, each telling more magical than the last. But as time went on, fewer and fewer people believed in the old tales, and the garden became little more than a forgotten story. That is, until a young girl named Emily stumbled upon it one sunny afternoon. Emily was a curious and imaginative child, always dreaming of adventures in far-off lands. Her parents often worried about her daydreams, wishing she would focus more on practical things, but Emily knew there was more to life than what met the eye. She spent most of her free time exploring the woods behind her house, hoping to discover something magical, and one day she did. While chasing a butterfly through the trees, Emily found herself in an unfamiliar part of the forest. The trees were taller, their branches forming a canopy that filtered the sunlight into a soft, golden glow. She pushed through a thicket of bushes and gasped as she saw what lay before her: a high stone wall covered in thick green ivy. In the center of the wall was an old, iron gate, slightly ajar as if inviting her in. With a heart full of excitement, Emily stepped through the gate and into the Wishing Garden. The garden was a sight to behold. Flowers of every color imaginable bloomed in perfect harmony, their petals glistening as if kissed by morning dew. Trees with silver bark and golden leaves whispered in the breeze, their branches heavy with fruit that sparkled like jewels. A crystal-clear stream wound its way through the garden, its water singing a soft, melodious tune. And at the center of it all, there stood an ancient oak tree, its roots winding deep into the earth, its branches stretching up to the heavens. Emily felt a sense of awe as she walked through the garden, taking in its beauty. It was like stepping into a dream, a place where anything seemed possible. She knelt beside a bed of flowers and, without thinking, whispered a wish into the petals. "I wish to find a true friend," she said softly. As soon as the words left her lips, the garden seemed to come alive. The flowers swayed gently, the leaves rustled, and the air around her shimmered with a warm golden light. Emily's heart raced and she looked around, wondering what would happen next. Suddenly, she heard a soft voice behind her. "Hello," it said. Emily turned to see a small white rabbit sitting on a patch of clover. Its eyes were a bright, sparkling blue, and it wore a tiny vest made of soft green velvet. "Did you just speak?" Emily asked, astonished. The rabbit nodded. "I did indeed. My name is Clover, and I'm here to be your friend." Emily's eyes widened in delight. "My wish came true." Clover smiled, twitching his nose. The Wishing Garden has a way of making dreams come true, but only for those who believe in its magic. From that day on, Emily and Clover became inseparable. They spent every afternoon in the garden, exploring its hidden corners, discovering new flowers, and sharing stories. Clover taught Emily about the magic of the garden, how each plant had its own special power, and how the garden could grant wishes to those with pure hearts.